Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Mayotte, real estate broker with RE/MAX in your area. And today I'd like to share with you guys some information or how to go about a multiple offer situation in a seller's market. So here's the information I prepared for you guys, and I'd like to go through them, not in a specific order. One of the first things I'm going to speak to you guys about is a pre-approval. I'm sure you've heard it before. If you're going to buy a home, get pre-approved. Again, I've been in the business a long time. I've done many transactions, and regularly we get buyers contacting us saying, financing is not going to be a problem. It's never a problem. It just doesn't work that way, guys. If you're looking to buy a home, the first step is to get pre-approved and to get a pre-approval certificate, because the reality is you're going to be submitting offers in a multiple offer situation, which means you're going to be competing with other qualified buyers who have done that step. So you want to have a fighting chance at getting your offer accepted. Get a pre-approval and get a real one. What do I mean by a real one? Make sure that the financial institution or your mortgage broker does all the work required. Verifies all your pay stubs, verifies your employment, verifies your credit, so that it's not contingent on those verifications. And if you can have them write that on their certificate, that's a bonus. That will get you even more of a serious look at your offer by a seller. Okay? That's one of the first things we look at when we're representing a seller is, are they pre-approved? And what kind of pre-approval are they working with? Are they working with a serious financial institution? Is it an online financial institution? I'm not knocking online financial institutions. They can be very good, but how in-depth was the pre-approval done? Was it just, I went online, filled out a couple of things, and they gave us a certificate, or did they actually do the work? Okay? So that's the first thing. Other thing, you really need to know the market and the comps. One of the first things we do in a buyer consult with our buyers is sit them down and look at what's sold. Well, you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, detached in this area. Well, let's look at the 10 last sales that happened last week. And if all those sales are averaging between 30 and 50,000 above asking, is it realistic for us to think, if we have a 350 budget, to be looking at homes at 350 that are usually selling at 4 or 405? Maybe not. So we got to set expectations. Buy something in your budget. Budget is king. I don't want you guys to be house poor. But the reality of the market in multiple offer situations and in our market is this properties are selling above asking almost all the time. Okay? Next thing, you may want to include a deposit with your offer. Okay? This deposit is very secure. It's kept in trust at the agency or with a notary if need be. And it just shows your seriousness. You're buying a home, $400,000. Well, you should have a couple of thousand to be able to put as a deposit to show that you're going to show up to the notary and that you're serious about your purchase. Okay? So that may help you when there's 5 offers on the table and none of them have a deposit and they're all similar at a couple $1,000 difference, but one of them has a $10,000 deposit. It may push it towards you. Okay? So that's something to keep in mind. It's something that often is already in the account, so we could definitely work that out for you. Next thing, be careful of conditions. Make your offer as clean as possible. What do I mean by that? We always like to include conditions in our offers. The most typical ones are financing, inspection, stuff like that. Now, sometimes we'll try to make the offer a bit more appealing to us and less appealing to the seller by just changing little things like occupancy dates, inspection delays, the amount of days. You want to keep them as short as possible so that it's attractive to the seller. Okay? Now, I'm not here to tell you not to have the building inspected. It's very important to have a building inspection, but in this market, some people will opt to have maybe their inspector come with them and accompany them to the showing so they have a good idea of what they're getting into and opt to do the inspection afterwards or to do it before they make an offer. Okay? Now, obviously, if an offer is received and they're very similar and one of them has no inspection contingency because they've already done that before submitting their offer, well, guess who's going to get the house, right? Okay, so again, I'm not telling you not to have it inspected, but maybe you'll want to go about it differently and have somebody come with you at the showing. Okay? Last but not least, work with a professional to represent you, the buyer. I have a lot of times, especially my buyers coming out from Ontario, Toronto and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I don't have a realtor. I'll make my offer with you. You'll get me a better deal. You're making more money, blah, 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 blah. The reality in our market here in Quebec is that we have a contractual obligation towards the seller. We have to take into account them. Our contract is with them, not with the buyer. We can't do anything bad to you. We can't lie to you. If there's something that we don't know, we don't know. If there's something that we know, we can't lie or hide it from you. But we don't have your interest at heart. We have the seller's interest at heart. Now, if I was getting divorced, would I use my ex-wife's lawyer to represent me too? I don't think so. So I'm buying hundreds of thousands of dollars of real estate and I would have the same person representing me when they don't even have my interest at heart. They have the seller's interest at heart. Just doesn't make sense. If you have a good professional representing you, it's definitely worth it and you should go that way. That being said, I hope this information you found useful. It may help you in a multiple offer situation coming up in the next couple of weeks. If so, I'd love to hear about it. And if you have any questions about the current market, or if you'd like to share any comments of information you'd like me to cover in future videos, please write them down below. I'd love to read them. I look forward to speaking to some of you soon. If you don't have representation right now, give us a call. We'd love to speak with you, maybe consult with you and see if we're the right people to represent you for this purchase, or we'll steer you towards the right person to represent you or to help you with your purchase. So again, I look forward to speaking to some of you soon. And until then, please remember, in today's market, now more than ever, who you work with truly matters. So do the right thing and put John on your lawn.